On the outskirts of town stood an abandoned house that no one had dared to enter for years. Its rotting wooden doors, shattered windows, and rusted door handles told stories of neglect and mystery. According to local legends, the last family that lived there had vanished one night without a trace. Jake and his friends were obsessed with horror stories, and this house was their ultimate challenge. One evening, they gathered their courage and decided to explore it. Armed with only a flashlight and an old camera, they stepped onto the creaky wooden porch. As they approached, an eerie silence enveloped them. The only sounds were the whisper of the wind and the groaning of age wood beneath their feet. Jake pushed the door open, and the rusty hinges screamed in protest. Inside, the house seemed frozen in time-dust-covered furniture, faded photographs on the walls, and a half-eaten meal still on the dining table. It was as if the residents had simply vanished in the middle of their daily lives. In the dim light, Jake noticed an old cabinet in the corner of the main hall. While his friends wandered through the other rooms, he cautiously approached it. With a deep breath, he pried the doors open, revealing an ancient, leather-bound diary. The pages were yellowed, the ink faded on the cover. Trembling handwriting warned, "Whoever reads this, beware, it is with us. It never leaves." Jake hesitated, then turned the first page. The diary belonged to a man named Charles Whitmore, the former owner of the house. The first few entries described his ordinary life, but soon the tone changed. Charles wrote about hearing strange noises at night, seeing shadows move in ways they shouldn't, and feeling unseen eyes watching his every move. As the pages went on, the stories became more disturbing. Charles's son had started talking to someone invisible, whispering to the darkness. "The man is here again," the child had told them. "He's watching me." Doors creaked open on their own, plates crashed to the floor in the middle of the night, and the family felt an overwhelming sense of dread. One of the last entries was scribbled in frantic, messy handwriting. "It is here, it follows us like a shadow. We cannot escape. If you are reading this, leave while you still can." At that moment, a loud bang echoed through the house. The friends jumped in fear. "Was that one of you?" Ethan asked, his voice shaky, but no one had moved. Then, at the end of the hallway, a shadow appeared, motionless, watching them. Its head tilted slightly to the side, as if studying them, and then it started moving toward them. Jake's blood ran cold. "Run," he shouted, grabbing his friends. They sprinted toward the front door, but it wouldn't budge. A guttural, rasping breath sounded behind them, sending ice through their veins. Panicked, Jake threw the diary aside and rammed his shoulder into the door. The old wood finally gave way, and they tumbled outside, gasping for air. They didn't stop running until they reached a cafe in town, where they sat in silence, trembling. Something had been inside that house, something that didn't want them there. The next day, curiosity got the best of them. They decided to return for the diary. But when they arrived, the house was gone, as if it had never been there at all.